Good evening. Motion to resume public session. Mike Bailey and Ms. Guys. All in favor? The vote is unanimous. We're in public session. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good evening, Mr. Bailey.
GC Pride Awards. Can I have the mic?
Okay, up first, we have Mr. Jim Marco presenting.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jim Marco. I teach junior achievement economics at high school. For the past, wait for that. I'm Jim Marco. I teach junior achievement economics at the high school. For the past 11 years, I've had the pleasure of working with Mark Farina from Mark's Pizzeria. He is a volunteer in my classroom with students in 12th grade interested in taking economics with a business twist to it. He has worked with us in a business simulation, which we've been very successful with. He was a student in my room in 2009. So if you do the math, that means all of his freshman year at college, he stayed with us and volunteered in every way, shape, or form with the business simulation, the stock market challenge, and numerous other activities where he's put lessons from our class or from his real world experiences into our classroom and given them meaning. Recently, through the Active Education Award, he's been honored with a Community Champion Award. I think we figured out something like 5,500 hours to volunteer over those past 11 years in our classrooms that are dedicated to our classrooms. So with that, I'd like to present a GC Pride Award. We'd all like to present Mark with a GC Pride Award. There's also an outstanding honor through Junior Achievement. Students that have been accepted at Syracuse University and Junior Achievement Central and Upstate New York, they take applications from students across 25 counties. These students must be accepted at Syracuse and participate in JA programs. I'm proud to say that we've had, of the 5 finalists through those 25 counties, 4 of them are from this year's graduating class of Gates Childline. The winner of the full tuition for 4 years is Rhea Thompson. Rhea participated in Junior Achievement Economics, Junior Achievement Titan, Junior Achievement Stock Market Challenge, and as a JA High School Hero, where she taught lessons to both 4th and 5th grade lessons to all of those classrooms across the entire district. So, Rhea, congratulations on your scholarship.
Yeah, coming with her. Okay. All right, congratulations. It's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Up next, we have Mrs. D'Amelio.
Gonna get your steps in. So he's gonna get his steps in for the day. So I have 3 students. I'm Mrs. D'Amelio, first of all, from Walt Disney. I'm the principal there. And we have 3 students that we would like to honor tonight. So I'm gonna describe a little bit why we nominated all 3, and then I'll invite each of them up to get their awarding and get some pictures. So we're honored to present this award to 3 students that have exemplified the Spartan way. Gavin Kelly, Peyton Lockwood, and Liliana Nevedo. Walt Disney is the home of our elementary 6 to 1+1 programs. Many of our students that participate in this program are on the autism spectrum. As part of our equity journey, Walt Disney has been working to bring autism awareness to our students and staff. Each classroom has read stories and had the opportunity for visits from our special education teachers and our district autism specialists to learn more about autism. These students have taken the learning and demonstrated compassion and inclusiveness. Each day at outdoor recess, Gavin, Liliana, and Peyton make a point to go and check in with our students in the 6-to-1 program. They engage them in communicating and play. They let the students take the lead and have learned about their interests and what excites them. We are so proud of their inclusive actions. They have embraced their differences and found ways to engage and have fun together. Thank you to Gavin, Peyton, and Liliana for demonstrating true compassion for others. So Gavin, if you want to come up first, and your family.
Okay, you want to hold my phone? Okay.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. Peyton, you want to come on up? Mom, you want to come up and take a nice picture with us? Come on. And Liliana, do you want to come up and invite your family to join you?
Layla, Mr. Young is on his way as soon as he gets here. Unless you want me to read it because you don't want to wait for him.
I can read it, I'm a teacher.
Oh, come on down.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Zimmer, one of Layla's teachers. It says, Layla is a first grade student in Miss Pendino and Miss Zimmer's classroom. She is a kind student that exhibits the Brasser way every day. She has been exceptionally helpful in welcoming students' transition from remote learning back to classroom in person. In fact, as we were planning to have an elementary school student return to school 4 days per week, she thought of a wonderful idea to help the students and staff adjust. During a classroom conversation, she shared she would like to create an International Friendship Day where people would focus on relationships and intentionally being kind to one another. Although we weren't able to declare an international holiday, we were able to select May 14th as Brasser Friendship Day. It was the perfect celebration as our students were all getting to know their new classmates. To prepare for Friendship Day, students reflected on ways to be a good friend. They wrote down these traits on paper cutouts of hearts and people shapes. This was all added to a beautiful We Are the World bulletin board. It also sparked some great classroom community circle conversations. Overall, it was a spectacular Brasser celebration, and we are sincerely thankful and honor Layla for her vision.
Ready? One. Oh, what a nice flower. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Congratulations.
Layla, my daughter is in first grade at your school and she loves the friendship day. So Layla, remember Autumn? Oh yeah, that's Autumn too.
Moving on to Mezzanine.
They're gonna do a photo downstairs with everybody that wants. Yeah.
Good job.
All right, great job. Good job presenting, thank you. Bro. Bye, everyone. It was great having you. All right.
Superintendent Galen. Present.
Yes, sir. There are changes to the personnel actions.
Thank you very much. Moving on to board president's comments. I had the opportunity to visit the senior ball this weekend, and I just want to thank everybody who made it happen, from the community sponsors for the fireworks to all the staff that made the evening memorable for our students. It was really great to see them out and about enjoying the evening. And the board president comments. Moving on to points of interest. These guys.
Thank you. Mrs. Coffey and I also attended the senior ball. Really appreciated all the effort and hard work from the class advisors, principals, all the staff. They really did an outstanding job. It was a beautiful night to have it. Also had an opportunity to attend the high school award ceremony last week. Another really well done award ceremony. They used the field house this year, which actually made it easier for the kids to get up to the front versus climbing over from the auditorium seats. It was really well done, good pace to it, so it didn't feel like it was going to be there for all night, but everyone got their recognition. And the third thing is last night I had a chance to watch the middle school talent show, which is being live streamed on YouTube. If you haven't had a chance to watch it, I really recommend going to see it. The kids that participated by sending in videos or performances, there were some really unique performances in this year that I've never seen before, and I think that the remote ability gave that as an opportunity, which was a kind of a silver lining in this time.
Thank you very much, Ms. Geis. Any other points of interest? Okay. Moving on to recorded meetings. Mr. Moscato?
I had the opportunity to attend a meeting with Congressman Raleigh, and we talked about several different issues. We did talk about CDC guidelines and the issues we're feeling around opening, although some of that may be viewed as the governor's keep to his word. You know, he's going to let us open in September. We'll have to wait and see. We also talked about the issue of staffing, and we asked them if you look into loan forgiveness issue that would directly address the teaching shortage. You know, it's something that has been a problem. The prior administration did have a loan forgiveness program, but apparently they had a lot of glitches in it, so they promised they would look into that. And the last topic was about licensing for bus drivers. People should be aware that bus drivers need to pass a CDL, commercial driver license certification. And this same certification that's used for long haul truckers and semis. And some of the requirements just don't apply to our bus drivers. And so we need to have something a little simpler that we can administer and that we get more people qualified for. So he said he would look into some of those issues. So, thank you.
Thank you very much. Other reports of meetings? Dr. Richards?
Just a quick update, and I apologize if this was mentioned already from the last board meeting, but the ad hoc committee met, and we will hopefully be reviewing and approving our updated board handbook, as well as looking at summary for the board.
Thank you very much, Dr. Richards. Moving on to visitors' comments. You have visitors' comments?
I do.
So nobody here, you're just reading.
Correct, we just have one that we're reading, no one else is present.
Okay. Carry on.
This one is from Tara Beals, 274 Hinchy Road. I was thrilled to hear Mr. Daly guarantee schools will be in person in the fall. As I reflected on the guarantee, it made me question how such a guarantee could be made. If Mr. Daly has the ability to open schools himself, why did he not do so in 2020 to the 2021 academic year? If he does not have the ability to open schools without New York State authorization, then how can he guarantee schools will be open in the fall? I'm interested in learning more about the factors of this decision. This year, the school district and the school board has not had a good relationship with the community. If the school district truly has the same goals for open schools, we need to work together. Parents are not the enemy. Gates Child should clearly indicate to the community what we can do to end the tragedy that the 2020-2021 school year has become. Please stop making decisions for our children without our involvement. Communication is a two-way street. Please stop talking to us and start working with us. Our children are worth your efforts. May we please have a timeline for reopening in the fall? What factors will be taken into consideration? Will vaccines be required for students and/or staff? Will masks be required? 5 days? What opportunities will the community have to be involved in the discussion and the decisions? I appreciate and look forward to your reply. Respectfully, Tara Bills. That's it.
That's it. Thank you very much, Dr. Richards. Moving on to discussion items, board handbook. We have updated board handbook. Anybody have comments on that?
I do. The board handbook was updated, revised to hopefully meet the needs of the current board and actually future without having to have as many revisions. We try to make things current and up to date in accordance with our policies and things that we follow as a school board, and hopefully you will all be so as well.
Thank you very much. Any comments on the first read? Okay. Moving on to Monroe County School Board's Labor Relations Committee. Mr. Moscato?
This year, I was co-chair of the Monroe County School Board Association Labor Relations Committee. The incoming president for the Monroe County School Board Association is Gary Bracken, board member in Spencerport, and he's asked for me to continue as one of the co-chairs. So the impact is basically at our organizational meeting when we assign committees. I'm asking to be obviously assigned to the Labor Relations Committee to help Gary out with the leadership and everything. So that was the whole issue.
Thank you very much. Ms. Guys?
Same thing for Information Exchange Committee. I received an email asking if I'd be interested to stay on as co-chair. When I waited for the outcome of the election and said I would indeed be interested. So again, reorg meeting, I'd like to stay on that committee. This is a heads up.
Okay, thank you very much, Ms. Guys. Moving on to DIT committee updates.
So the DIT committee met on May 20th and discussed from the different schools the work they've done this year and where their hopes are going into the next school year. We talked about literature guidance for teachers and for kids and staff throughout schools, looking at continuing to expand culturally responsive literature and books at all different levels within the schools. This has been a project of several of the elementary schools especially. We talked about Friendship Day, which we heard earlier with Layla at Brasser, and how that was an example of really trying to encourage student voice. Brasser is also talking about the possibility of including more student voice on their SIT committee. So they're looking into that as a potential idea for next year. Even this, sorry, the writing's really small. We talked about Disney, I believe, had a virtual art show going on. And looking at that, some of the artwork is really cool to see all the ones that you wouldn't normally see through the year. The middle school worked through an inquiry with the book Stamped. And really talked about ways to include that into the social studies inquiry for 8th and 11th grades, some of the historical context. And talking about the 5th grade transition night and how it was live streamed and how that made it much more accessible for some families going into the middle school next year. High school talked about some of the work they've done to try and bring some more activities and closure and chances to be seniors together with the breakfast mixer, the award ceremony, and with the senior ball with the outdoor activities, the ice cream, chances to be together and see each other again. I think those are the main things.
Thank you very much, Ms. Scotty. Moving on to approval of consensus agenda. Motion to approve the consensus agenda. Motion, please. Ms. Hudson and Dr. Richards, questions or comments? All in favor? The vote is unanimous. Thank you very much. Moving on to action items. Motion. Kayla?
We have one retirement to acknowledge tonight. Betty Smith, who is a longtime school aide at the middle school, will be retiring at the end of this school year after 23 years of service to the district. She's a very familiar face at the middle school, and she will definitely be missed, and we wish her well.
Thank you very much, Michaela. Here's- Oh, I apologize. Procedural issue. I'm doing it good tonight. So consensus item A was to approve the consensus agenda. And now we're on motion to approve consensus items C through F. Motion, please. Dr. Richards and Ms. Guys, questions or comments? All in favor? The vote is unanimous. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Moving on, action items. Motion to approve the resolution for probationary instructional staff appointment for Gary Kephart in the tenure area for special education. Motion, please. Ms. Coffey and Ms. Guys, questions or comments? All in favor? The vote is unanimous. Thank you very much. Motion to accept the resignation of Dr. Mitch Ball as Deputy District Clerk, effective upon his appointment as interim district clerk for the remainder of the 2021 school year. Motion, please. Ms. Unson and Dr. Richards. Questions or comments? All in favor? The vote is unanimous. Thank you very much. Motion to appoint Dr. Mitchell Ball as interim district clerk for the remainder of the 2020-21 school year as part of his regular duties. Motion, please. Mr. Long and Ms. Coffey, questions or comments? All in favor? The vote is unanimous. Thank you very much. Oath of office.
Repeat after me. I do hereby affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office
of interim district clerk
of interim district clerk
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Well done.
Motion to appoint Miranda Byer as interim deputy district clerk for the remainder of the 2020-21 school year as part of her regular duties. Motion, please. Dr. Richards, Ms. Unson, questions or comments? All in favor? The vote is unanimous. Thank you very much. Please, Mr. Field.
I do hereby affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States
That I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office
of interim deputy district clerk
of interim deputy district clerk
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Motion to approve Miranda Vire as interim records access officer for the remainder of the 2020-21 school year as part of regular duties. Motion, please. Mr. Long and Ms. Kies. Questions or comments? All in favor? The vote is unanimous. Thank you very much.
Okay, I do hereby affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States.
I do hereby affirm
I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of interim district clerk
of office of interim district clerk
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Okay. So motion to approve the resolution for probationary instructional staff appointment for
Carrie Caphart and Jordan Addison.
Carrie Caphart and Jordan Addison. Motion, please. Ms. Kies and Mr. Moscato. Questions or comments? All in favor? The vote is unanimous. Thank you very much.
We have to do one oath over again. We did it twice, so we have to do the second one. Right now, we have a two-time winner as the interim district clerk, and we need a records access officer.
Okay.
Try it again. All right, I do hereby affirm
Hereby affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of
the office of interim records access officer,
the office of interim records access officer
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Right. So moving on to item F, motion to approve Freed Maxick as the auditor for internal audit services for 2022 and through 2026. Motion, please. Mr. Long and Dr. Richards, questions or comments? All in favor? The vote is unanimous. Thank you very much. Motion to approve the resolution to establish the 2021 capital reserve fund for the Gaines Valley Central School District. Motion, please. Ms. Unson and Ms. Coffey, questions or comments? All in favor? Vote is unanimous. Thank you very much. Moving on to item H. Motion to accept the annual budget and board candidate election results from election chairperson Dennis Lama. Motion, please. Dr. Richards and Mr. Moscato. At this time, in the questions and comments period, I have a public statement to read. The district learned for the first time on the day of the budget vote and election on May 18th, 2021, that a former district clerk made an error and did not send absentee ballots to permanently disabled voters. Immediately upon learning about this error, the district acted in good faith to determine whether action must be taken by the district related to the vote. Taking into consideration the low rate of return of absentee ballots by permanently disabled voters over the course of several years, which is less than 20% of the total absentee ballots, along with the fact that no permanently disabled voter called or emailed to raise concern, and the substantial margin for the budget vote and election, the Board of Education believes that the budget vote and election accurately reflect the will of the voters. In other words, the board does not believe that the irregularities were prevalent enough to undermine the electoral process, or that there is a probability that the results would be different had the error not occurred. Furthermore, requesting permission to conduct a new election would result in the unnecessary expenditure of approximately $10,000 for a new election. Therefore, based on the impact analysis and to be fiscally responsible to our taxpayers, the board will certify the results of the 2021 budget vote and election. Any other questions or comments? All in favor? Vote is unanimous. Thank you very much. Superintendent comments.
I was able to attend our high school annual awards ceremony last Thursday night. And to say it was run well is an understatement. It was a great way to finish a long week, celebrating the outstanding accomplishments of our Spartans. The gymnasium was a perfect setup. The kids were able to be honored in front of their family and friends. And it was a great way to start wrapping up our 2021 school year. On Friday night, we had our 8th grade dance at the middle school. I don't know about you, but I remember my 8th grade dances standing on the wall, but not here. They were all having way more fun than I did at mine. They had a blast and they had a safe time, and thank you to the middle school leadership and staff that put this on for our kids to help them celebrate this spring. And I echo what our board shared, and that our senior prom was a huge success. Watching the tent go up outside on the grass between the administration building and the high school parking lot led to some excitement, and then to see the great job the committee did in decorating and getting ready for our seniors made it a very, very special night. It was neat to see all the kids dressed up, smiling behind their masks, and having a great time together. They deserve it. They've had a very long year and a half, and it's great that this class got to celebrate together. And on Friday, we did our DWI simulation with them, as well as the 2021 class picture that was organized from a very high spot above the stadium by Mrs. Petrosino, and very successful. And then, speaking of advocacy, I had a one-on-one with our representative, Mr. Cooney, as well as I was on the call with Mr. Moscato and Mr. Morelli, as we are advocating regularly to get our schools freed up so that we can open in the fall. Recruiting is ongoing. Interviews for all parts of our family are going on each day. Our administration building is buzzing as we're bringing in new candidates to become part of our Spartan team. The tremendous leadership of Ms. Parado and Dr. Vasquez is bringing in top candidates with a variety of backgrounds. So I'm really excited to add to our outstanding team, including the candidates that have joined us tonight. A question that's come up for the community is, what's our vaccination data look like? What we have to understand is people are not required to report, but we ask them to anonymously that work for us. And currently, as of last Friday, our teachers and certificated staff were 71% vaccinated fully. All other staff was 41% vaccinated fully. Again, we can't require this to be told to us because it is on a voluntary basis. And then there have been questions about our reopening in the fall. And so this week, we've been able to experience yet again the governor reacting to something and then it be taken as gospel. And it was reacting to Mayor de Blasio's statement that New York City schools will be open in the fall. And then the governor saying, yeah, I don't see any reason why they can't be. We agree, there's no reason they shouldn't be open in the fall. As stated earlier, we're planning on being open 5 days in the fall, a week. With current guidelines, it would be masks. People asking, will we require masks? Yes, the guidelines right now say yes. If they change, that could change too. We are working to develop schedules at the secondary level that can be implemented if we had to go to red zone restrictions, which we don't have currently in the spring. And as this evolves, we will be sharing verified information with the community, not rumors that are out there, not haphazard shots that were sent by our governor as he's walking into a car. It will be based on facts. We plan to do parent forums in July and August at district, elementary, and secondary levels on a regular basis so that we can give the most up-to-date information possible. We do not know at this time if remote will be required or if it's even going to be an option in the fall, which is another common question. But we are planning for both currently, just in case. This will evolve as well as we move on. Remember, it is May right now, and that we will get more information as we get closer to summer. I know parents and guardians want all the information now. We do too, but we can't control what's coming out of Albany. What we can do is plan for what we know now and be prepared. Parents are asking if we will be mandating vaccines for students to attend. And again, I reiterate, we cannot mandate that. It's currently only under emergency approval. The governor cannot even mandate it for public schools. And so this cannot happen at this time. Now, if it were to be approved, it would be up to New York State Department of Health and NYSED to decide if it is required to attend public schools. We don't make that decision. We will continue to give information once it can be confirmed as accurate. We cannot react every time something is shared on a tweet, walk, or conversation. Please be patient. With this board, the staff in our district, and I want what everyone else wants. We want all our smart rooms back in September. We're going to do everything we can to make it happen. We want them back. We want them back as soon as possible, and we're going to do everything we can to make that happen. That's my statement, Mr. Potenzio.
Thank you very much, Superintendent Daley. Motion to adjourn. Dr. Richards and Mr. Bailey, all in favor? Vote is unanimous, we are adjourned.